Grading front with lapel and collar. Lapel and collar from page 10.5 in the compendia have been used. We will need the front piece with the lapel and the lapel roll line from the construction, and we will need the undercollar. We also need a correctly graded front and back piece to copy grade rules from. We will start preparing the front piece for grading. We extend the lapel roll line beyond the shoulder points. Points, modify points, move point line slide, selecting the top points here and extending it beyond the shoulder. Split the roll line in the intersection point between the roll line and the extension of the shoulder line. Line, modify line, split, clicking right, selecting intersection, selecting the shoulder line first and the extended roll line as the second. Delete the surplus line. Line, delete line. The result of the grading will be as follows. The upper button and the beginning of the roll line will have proportional grading from the basic front. In this case it is close to the bust point, so I will have the X grading 0. If it was closer to the waistline, I could take the X grading from the waist or something in between. This line will be grading like the neck depth. This distance to the roll line will be the same in all sizes. The lapel seam will be grading like half the neck width, and the lapel point will be grading with 0 or half a millimeter per size. These three angles must stay the same in all sizes. To do this, we need to know the grading of the neck depth and half the neck width. That can easily be read from the correctly graded front by stacking in the shoulder points. View, grade, stack. Here. And now the grading of the neck depth and half the neck width can be read in this point. Grade, create edit, edit delta, like this. 0.15 from size 34 to size 46 and 0.22 from size 46 to 50. We can now start grading the lapel. Note that the set point on the front pattern we want to grade and the basic pattern we copy rules from must be the same. I will start by grading the intersection point between the front edge and the lapel roll line. Grade, create edit, edit delta. The rest of the piece has been graded according to the rules from the basic pattern. This video only describes the grading of the lapel. As mentioned before, I would like the X grading in this point to be 0 because it is pretty close to the level of my bust, which is my set point. And the grading in the Y direction will follow the grading from the basic with 0.4 and 0.6, which is the grading of half bust prominence width. I will copy this grade rule to the end of the lapel roll line. Grade, modify, copy grade rule from the perimeter line to the end of the internal roll line. Now I will grade my shoulder point and the top of my roll line with the same rule as on the basic pattern. Grade, modify, copy grade rule, copying this rule to this point and this point. Now I will create an intersection point between the lapel roll line and the lapel seam line. I will need the point on both lines. Point, point intersect. First I select this line, then this line, and apply, and then in the opposite order. This line, and OK. Now I will grade the point on the roll line with the neck depth grading using specified distance from the top point of the roll line. Grade, create edit, specify distance. I would like to grade this point, measured from this point, with the grading of my neck depth, which was 0.15, and 0.22. Update and OK. Now I have the grade point on my roll line and I would like to copy it to the same point on my perimeter line. Grade, modify, copy grade rule from the internal line to the point on the lapel seam. Now I would like to grade this point, keeping the angle to the roll line in all sizes. Grade, create edit, keep angle edge extension. I will grade this point, keeping the angle here and here, and the distance should grade with 0 because I want the same distance to the roll line in all sizes. 0, update and OK. I will now continue grading the next point. Grade, create edit, keep angle edge extension. I would like to grade this point, keeping the angle to the roll line here and here. And this distance should be grading with half the neck width, 0.15 in the smaller sizes and 0.22 in the bigger sizes. Update and OK. And I continue with the last point, grading this one, keeping the angle here and here. And this should be grading with 0 or half a millimeter if it makes a nicer line. In this case, I will just take 0. Update and OK. Now I can check if all the angles are kept by using the stack function. I go to View, Grade, Stack on off, and I select 2-point stack and I stack in my roll line like this, and I can see that all the lines are in the same angle. I go back because I don't want to keep it stacked like this. It was only for control. I now finished grading my lapel and I can start grading my color. The result of the color grading will be as follows. This angle must stay the same in all sizes. This angle must, if possible, stay the same in all sizes. This length will be grading the same as the lapel point, 0 or half a millimeter per size. I will start by placing the color onto the front piece. Piece, modify piece, set and rotate lock. Target point, target line, match point, and match point on set piece. Popping up and 0 in the distance field. Like this. And I will realign the grain on my color. Piece, modify piece, realign grain, and I select the grain line like this. Now I can copy the rules directly from the front piece to the color. I can copy the following 3 rules. Grade, modify, copy grade rule. I can copy this one to this point, this one to this point, and this one to this point. If I look at it now, it looks funny. But I can continue grading the next point. I will now grade this one, keeping the angle here. Grade, create edit, keep angle edge extension, grading this point, keeping the angle here, and it will be grading like the lapel with 0 per size. Like this. Next step is to grade the back of my collar, and to do that I will need to know the grading of my back neckline. I find my graded back piece and I go to grade, measure line, and I can see that half my neckline is grading with 0.16 and 0.25. I now need to stack in my shoulder point. I go to View, Grade, Stack on off, and select the shoulder point. Then to grade the back of my neck, I will go to Grade, Create Edit, and Create Offset. I will select Previous Next in the user input box, and I select the point to grade. And I can now type the grading of my neckline, 0.16 and 0.25. Update, and OK. I do the same for the next point. Here I will type the grading of my center back line of the collar, which is 0 or half a millimeter for better line shape. I will in this case do 0.05, and in the next offset I will say the grading of my neckline, which was 0.16 and 0.25. And OK. To maintain the angle at the collar point, we can add an extra grade point if it's not already there from the construction. Grade, modify rule, add grade point, and we seek in on the line and place it 5 to 7 centimeters from the collar point. Like this, and then we can grade this point with Grade, Create Edit, Keep Angle Edge Extension, grading this point, keeping this angle, and grading 0. Update and OK. Changes the line shape a little bit. Then we trace the piece to get rid of the stack points before saving. Piece, create piece, trace, and selecting the lines in a clockwise order. Like this, and naming it. To check that the collar is grading correctly, we can split the line in the shoulder notch. Line, modify line, and split here, and then we can say grade, measure line, and check that the back of the neck is grading like the back of the neck should, with 0.16 and 0.25, and the same on the front. Neck drop front 0.15, 0.22, and half the neck width 0.15 and 0.22. It is a little difference here, but that's okay. For the undercollar, the grain line can be kept like this, or it can be rotated and aligned on the x-axis. The rules can be copied to the top collar and the facing. If you want to mirror the color in the center back seam, you use 2-point stack to stack in the center back instead. View, grade, stack on off, 2-point stack. Here and here. Then we rotate the piece along the x-axis. Piece, modify piece, rotate piece. Mark this perform alignment, select piece to rotate, and line to match the x-axis. Trace the piece again before saving. Piece, create piece, and trace, selecting all the lines in a clockwise order. Like this. And mirroring the piece. Piece, mirror piece, fold after mirror, and save.